On this Andy's Autosport Frequently Asked Questions, we're going to fuel your knowledge about preload. Now, what preload is it's basically the amount of spring pressure that's holding each individual corner of your car up. Now, from the factory, Tane and all these manufacturers do a very good job of knowing the curb weight of the car and knowing what spring pressures to put on each corner, and they're adjusted correctly from the factory. So if you just leave those alone, you're probably going to be in good shape. However, if you're a serious track junkie, you're going to want to adjust this by putting it on a set of 4-corner scales, and you probably already have those if you're going to be doing some track time. But let's talk about why you would make the adjustments. Let's say, for example, you have a 5.0 Mustang or a rear-wheel drive car that you're going to take to the drag strip. That engine torques hard to the right, so what happens is it tries to transfer all that weight and all that power to one tire, to that right rear tire. So what you would do is you would add more preload to the right rear. What this is going to do is this is going to force the car, as it's trying to load everything to the right side, it's going to actually straighten the car out, load the left tire as well. You're going to see increased 60 foot times and better ETs on your drag car. Now let's say we're oval track racing and you just make left-hand turns. When you're going into a left-hand turn and the car is going to try to dive to the right, it's going to try to pick that inside rear tire up, and then when you start to accelerate out of the corner, when you roll all that weight back, it's going to try to raise the inside left tire up off the ground. So what you'll do is you'll add preload to the right-hand side. As you go into the corner, it's trying to dive down. If you have a lot more spring pressure, a lot more preload in that right front wheel, it's actually going to keep that left wheel planted. Same thing goes when you're coming out of the corner. Going to try to keep that left front tire on the ground by having more preload in the right side. Now, if you're road course racing, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to kind of set the car up neutral. So you're going to be in the driver's seat of the car, and you're going to scale the car that way. Then you can make adjustments on dive and roll with your preload, depending on how the car is acting on the track. Okay, basically to adjust the preload on your coilover suspension, you're going to use the spanner wrenches that came with your kit. You're going to release the bottom locking collar so that it gives you the ability to adjust the top locking collar. Now what you're going to do is, if you want to increase your preload, you're going to raise that locking collar. If you want to decrease it, you're going to lower it. So here's something you need to know. You don't want to go any lower than where this spring, you don't want the spring to be loose inside here. If you do, all you're doing is changing ride height. That is not what we're doing here. We're just trying to adjust the preload. Now once you're done getting it where you want it, make sure you bring the bottom locking collar back up, lock it in place so that it doesn't change on you while you're racing, and that's how you adjust preload. We hope you fueled your knowledge today. We'll see you on another Andy's Autosport Frequently Asked Questions.